My brother Joseph and I came into this world. It's hard to believe that Joe and I are 21 now, because now Joe and I are old enough to drink, old enough to smoke, which we have been old enough to smoke though, but we actually don't smoke. Thank God though, because I don't want to do that. And I actually don't want to drink either, because I heard that alcohol is gross, so...
Social distancing variety hour.
Social distancing variety hour.
Look at us.
Look at us.
We're in the same room.
We are in the same room in our little show. Oh.
I know the spots you like to be touched.
Yeah.
Welcome to Social Distancing Variety Hour 21st episode spectacular.
I hear alcohol is gross.
Alcohol is gross. Kids
Yeah.
drink lots of alcohol.
Yeah.
It's gross.
And then you'll be gross like us.
And you should never take up smoking, but if you do smoke, it's awesome.
And we will tell you more about that later, I'm sure.
21 weeks, man.
Yeah. We even took a week off.
And we even took a week off, so it's been 22 weeks. And that's like, that's longer than some people have been alive.
Yeah, that's longer than you've been involved with some people that I've known you to be involved with.
22 weeks is a long time.
It is. It's like, that's like
That's
going on.
I wonder how many people that started watching at the beginning are still watching, because then that kind of explains why that would happen in any relationship. So I don't feel like I'm abnormal just because, some people hold on longer. Idiots.
Yeah.
Just people are just tissues. And just, take them and you do what you need to, and then you could throw them away, right? That's what I was always taught.
I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
Oh, well, I've been doing it wrong. So, apologies.
Apologies, ladies.
Oh, ladies. No, I've used way more dudes than I have ladies. And in different faculties.
Yeah.
In different ways. But, whatever. Blowjob's a blowjob.
This is different having you in the room, I must say.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. It's been going on, 19, 20 weeks since we've been in the room together, and you still are at a reasonable distance. I can't even reach your face. I can just reach your microphone, which makes for really great television.
It does.
So yeah, once upon a time, we started this show, and
it went a little something like this.
I remember it like it was yesterday. This video's over. So we're back on. Hi, Social Distancing Variety Hour.
Social Distancing Variety Hour.
We're all hugging each other on
Now
the TV.
you're supposed to say it. Social distancing variety hour.
It's like that because Michael made it.
Wait a minute now.
This is Adam.
This is Michael.
I'm Yeshua.
He's our guest. Be our guest. Thanks for being with us.
So during the break, Yeshua was saying, so it seems like you wanted to do this for a while, and we said, about 2 days.
2 days.
And then we started telling him the story, and then we thought, let's save it, and we'll tell you guys the story instead.
This is radio practice.
This is radio practice.
This is why we're so good on our first try. Ladies. Spanish Red. All right.
That's good.
That's real good.
So I was supposed to be hosting a show at Bastion Studios.
Which, if you haven't been,
you should.
And you should have.
6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, in probably like 4 months. Anyway. Enough of that. 4 months. But phenomenal what they have done
definitely.
there. It is exactly
awesome.
what the city needs if you're from the 814. And it's just another one of those fantastic, cool things that's going on in our town. Silas. Support your local scene.
But not right now. Stay home.
Stay home. That's why we're doing this.
Quarantine.
Yeah.
Quarantine. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Quarantine.
So anyway, I was
How
supposed to
could
be...
you not want to watch this every other day?
So I was supposed to be hosting a show at Bastion Studios this Friday for my
Which
friend.
if you haven't been.
Which if you haven't been.
You should have gone.
You should have gone, because now you missed it. For my friend Bob Bucko, who is on tour from Iowa, and my friend Josh Miller, who is on tour from Michigan. And when shit started getting sideways, we thought, well, one thing that might work is to just not invite people in, but still stream it so people can watch it from home. And then they ended up canceling their tour, so it kind of became a moot point. But by then, I was really excited to stream things from places. So now we're doing it here.
Because if I can't stream things from places, I don't want to.
Then the terrorists have won.
You know what's so arbitrary is that you're allowed to bring 12 ounces of hand sanitizer on an airplane now, but you should never fly. But anyway, like, arbitrary rule, well, change it. So realize that if nothing else from this experience, you've learned that there are a bunch of those arbitrary rules that are just trying to hold you back from what true freedom is. Not even as an American, but as a human being.
Because when push comes to shove, it's like, forget it. That didn't matter anyway. Oh, you push and shove on me.
My God, Ren loves watching this so much. This is like 2 months in the spank bank for her.
So here's another video.
Can't wait till this thing's over. We can use the hot tub.
Oh, it's empty.
Oh, and fuck, I keep forgetting that we can cuss.
Yes, we can. So here's a brand new video that's like 40 seconds long.
But perfect.
But perfect, because after this,
Not about the length.
No. After this, we're going to get into some more weird stuff here in the studio. So we won't talk. Yeah. So we won't be talking to you when we get back. I'm just going to be making sounds, and Michael will be making the sounds with his mouth. And Yeshua can do whatever he wants back there.
I'm going to be hanging out, watching just like y'all.
So this is a brand new film as of like 45 minutes ago from Alex Wilson. This is called Flashcard number 3.
Nice.
Social distancing variety hour. I need to put my elbow down because I'm used to having full range of motion.
Yeah, they don't need to see me. I don't need to see me.
I need to see you.
This is the 21st episode of Social Distancing Variety Hour, and we kind of spit the bit on guests, but not really. And then we just decided to do this because last week, like, I don't know, halfway or at the end of the show, you're like, this was our 20th show. And I was like, oh, we should have
done something.
And I was like, next week we turn 21.
Yeah. And next time I get the idea in my head that it would be a fun and cool and easy thing to do a clip show. Remind me that it's not, and remind me that it's like 10 times more work than just like finding a cool guest and booking a guest and having a show. But speaking of guests,
okay, yeah, go ahead. I was gonna give you props, but the moment has passed.
Nah.
Speaking of guests,
we had a ton of awesome guests on this show.
So many. I mean, like, this did start out as a variety hour show.
Yeah, and we kind of went off on a.
When are you gonna be funny again?
Yeah, tonight.
Why are you so serious? What you got against fun? Hi, Ren.
Hi,
darling.
This is my stupid Rube voice. If you're a stupid Rube, if you talk like that.
Oh, I thought it was just your Chris Eric voice. Speaking of Chris Eric, we've had a ton of great guests, including Chris Eric, who I remember being here just like it was yesterday.
I did. I broke for the sideline. It was great. Both feet in. As we were just talking, the Pirate Queen of Harbor Creek hit me up, and she said that last night she watched Ashley chop vegetables for like an hour. So she said it was so relaxing.
Oh, it was super mesmerizing. Well, I should lend you. I'm gonna hold it up in front of the camera. I have the stereo pair of mics for like full
for ASMR.
for the full ASMR effect. So I will lend them to you, and you can make you can make ASMR chopping porn for people, and it'll be the best thing. That's what we've used for the show the last couple weeks. I would totally watch it too.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly that's what makes everything.
Yeah. But as it goes across the cutting board, it'll pan from left to right across your head and like massage your scalp while it does it. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
You get a bunch of messages like, Ashley, you put your knife in my head.
Oh my God. So I did this one video like a year or so ago, and it my older videos suck so bad, but so it's like vertical format, like it's obviously that I'm just holding my phone and talking to myself, but I was sick and I was making soup, just like a vegetable whatever basic soup, and I kept sneezing and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And in the title I'm like, oh, marvel at my stupidity, count the sneezes, thrill at probably the cross-contamination that's happening. And that video, all my other videos have 60 to 90 views. This one has over 3,000 because sneeze fetish people. I didn't even know that was a thing. I had no idea. Fucking sneeze fetish. The comments are golden. They're like, oh, do you spray when you sneeze? I'm like, what? I mean, fuck. I'm like, man, I really missed my market there. That's what I need to be doing. Just
right?
Sneezing.
That's so crazy that people with those specific things can find that people from all over the world found you sneezing.
Girl sneezing.
Yeah.
I wonder how many dudes whacked off to that video. I don't know. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm flattered.
Right?
Honest,
no, how could you be mad?
I know. I'm like, they were looking at that screen and they were like, yeah.
That's my shit.
Yeah. I did that for you. I'm glad I could be of assistance. Whether or not you gave a shit about the cooking, thanks for stopping by.
Ancillary to my new career path. The cooking, that's just for show. Wait till I start sneezing.
Right, yeah. It's like the show, come for the cooking, stay for the sneezing. I'm gonna grab my glove real quick.
I'm having a blast with it,
So how did you get into this stuff? I mean, obviously you come from a slightly
because you're a fucking nerd.
You're not a
he got it, nailed it.
You're not a 60-year-old white guy.
Right,
as
with
I've noticed,
right, like the whole thing,
right? Because the circles that you and I hang in, particularly, they're my dear friends, and I love them all, and no offense to any of them, but particularly the Philly circles that you and I hang in, it is a lot of old white dudes with keyboards. So what was your entry into this sort of experimental electronic scene and sound?
Are your rhymes that bad?
Oh, my rhymes are that bad. You do not want to hear my rhymes.
You wait.
That's why
I'm working on that.
That's why I only play keyboards.
Wait till I drop that shit. No, that's a good one.
I'm pretty crass. I was gonna say, how do you feel after a good shit? That's
right.
That's nasty and dirty, right? But you kind of feel good after it. I think catharsis and indulgence are kind of very much the same thing, actually.
From now on, I'm gonna go indulge in this shit right now. So pardon me. I gotta go do this. It's also crazy how we've as a culture, as a society, have kind of made those things shh, don't talk about something everyone does. That's fucking ridiculous. Why would you? Yeah. How gross. Whatever. I've seen 2 girls, 1 cup.
I have actually managed to miss that. I have worked very hard my whole life to avoid that.
Yeah,
I mean, that was rapey. People would try to get you. They'd be like, "Come check out this awesome video." That's fucked up. Why do you want to do that to your friends? People are terrible.
You've already worked an 11 party reference and a 2 girls 1 cup reference in this episode. Like what?
Yeah. What do you think I've been doing?
Whatever. Michael looked up 2 girls 1 cup as soon as he heard about it. Nobody.
I was like, "What is this?" I was filming it.
You watched it 5 times.
I'm gonna do my Goatsy impression later, so you can stay tuned. Hi, Luke.
Hi.
You look fantastic, man.
Yeah, and you sound really good.
Thank you. I won't do any product placement.
Okay.
But if you want to find out after the show, get at me. I'll let you know about this brand of laptop. So how are you guys doing? How you guys dealing with this quarantine? Am I right?
You guys need speakers? I know a guy.
I mean, honestly, it'll probably just be a box filled with bricks, but I mean, it'll be a nice looking box. Yeah, you know, that's how we roll around here.
Yeah, shiny chrome box full of bricks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You do look like you're running a fucking side hustle, selling laptops and shit. What happened to you?
Yeah,
you used to be a cool little junkie poet, and now look at you.
Hey, man, you know, you have a kid, you got to start taking care of the family. Shit gets real out here.
Yeah. It suits you, man, for real.
Yeah. I don't know, but somebody told me I'm more intimidating. I was thinking about getting the flames tattooed around my head like Bam Bam Bigelow. Can we get a shout out for Bam Bam?
Respect to Bam Bam. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe you should just like start wearing sunglasses backwards on your head like Guy Fieri instead.
Oh, what if I get one of those Guy Fieri hats? You guys know what I'm talking about with the visor?
Or right, you know, you could tattoo the sunglasses backwards on your head.
That's a big commitment, man. Way, I just got married recently, and like this is, you know, like oh man, I don't know.
Yeah, does she want to look at those sunglass tattoos while she's pegging you? No.
I keep thinking like you're gonna give me the FCC. The bishop has the license thing. And
no,
we're talking about pegging.
Yeah, we don't have an FCC license. This is the internet. This is the wild. Right. This is the 1994 Wild West internet.
God bless Al Gore.
Yeah. I've been fighting with my mic stand all night. It's
Oscar. Can we do like a Brady Bunch thing really quick? Maybe.
Sure. I have to. You got to look up at me. I got to look down at you.
Wait, where am I? Am I in the bottom left?
You're in the bottom left. So you got to look up at me. I'll look down at you. Wash, you look up at Michael. Michael, look down at Wash. Wash, look to. And I think we're mirrored. So Wash, you got to look to your. No, the other way. Yeah, look the other way. What? No, Jen, you were good. Back the other way. Okay, now I gotta look this way. Michael, turn your head the other way.
No.
This is why we can't have nice shows, Michael. In the house.
Yeah.
At Fresco's house.
He's helping me with my audio situation.
Don't let him breathe on you.
Yeah. He tells everyone that he'll help you with their audio situation.
I got pepper spray.
If I had a dime for every time I help somebody with their audio situation.
Yeah, it's all about the balance.
Yeah. And the EQ, compression.
Have you tried plugging it into this port?
Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
Did you blow on the disc? Did you blow on the cartridge?
And this is why you're on the show.
Just something. Give me a minute. Hey, our big friend, Big Wash, is here.
And Jen Meyer is still with us. She scooched down on the couch. It's like old Tonight Show days. So it's Big Wash's time, but Jen is still hanging out with us to talk shit at Big Wash with us.
Because if anyone's gonna subjugate a black dude, it's gonna be a white woman.
Don't try to pit us against each other.
Oh,
solidarity.
How do you think I maintain my privilege?
To have it, I have. I heard you guys talking about alcohol consumption earlier. I may be having an intervention-worthy amount of alcohol over the last few weeks. Like once the kids are down, you know. Yeah. I mean, put to sleep. Like I put them down over the course of the day. You know, I try to keep their self-esteem low, so maybe they'll be creative.
But, so that they'll grow up like you.
No, they're much better looking. So.
Oh, there's gonna be such victims, just like Joylene got you. There's gonna be women that are just taking these cute little unrepentant, self-loathing people.
No, she got me like she caught me like I was some kind of disease. Like I just grew on her. I locked that shit down, and went from there.
It's permanent. It's malignant.
Yeah, it's Chris.
It's Chris.
I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. It's Chris. Well, is there nothing to be done?
No.
Well, I mean, you could just try like hitting him or something, but he might decide he likes that.
Sound design and video design, and was also the narrator / Lovecraft proxy person. That sounds terrible. Whatever.
When I'm alone at night and someone breaks in my back door and I hear that creak, I'm gonna know to grab my gun.
That's true.
I don't have a gun, but since I'm white, I figured I would just say something. I do have a permit to carry.
Wait. I'm pretty sure you know how to shoot, Jen.
I do.
Sure that is a topic.
I do.
Right. Okay.
Abdullah knows my dark past.
She knows how to shoot, and she has a permit to carry the gun she doesn't have.
That's all you need to know, right there.
That's all you need.
I met Big Wash way back in the day. We've been friends a long time. We were working the same glory hole.
My mic is doing it again. You see?
Yeah. Well, some people like it when you shift a little bit, hit the walls,
lean to the right a little bit.
Oh, that's right. So we don't have to worry about the good folks again on this.
No.
I know.
We will not make the baby Jesus cry. The bishop does not hold our FCC license.
Yeah, like it's 6 weeks in, and it took me about 4 to get to the point where I was like, "Fucking yeah, that's fucking right. Fuck yeah, fuck."
Wait for the transition back.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Everyone's gonna have horrible habits when this is over.
I am gonna have the best habits when this is over.
Nothing is changing for me.
It's true. He doesn't get to finish elementary school. So yeah, you can have a goddamn big Lego set. Yeah, you can. Enjoy. Go nuts. Because, you can't drink, but your dad can. So and he has
So go play with Legos so I have time.
Yeah, Daddy, we finished. And you just pick it up and drop it. Now do it again.
do it right this time.
First wave, like whatever, the few, the proud, salute, but get the fuck out of here.
I don't know. I mean, they got
people do bond
standards
over different things, man.
That was some really mixed signals there, Michael.
Hello.
Really mixed signals.
Mixed signals variety hour.
That's all I know. Do I love you or hate you?
Yes.
Is this a kiss or a fist?
Yes.
Either way, it's hot.
I had what is it, Michael? Got something on your mind? Something you want to say?
No. I'm thoroughly enjoying this, and you sound good in a closet. I'd pay to come watch you play a show. Like you pay like $2 and you get 3 songs in the closet with Chris.
7 minutes in heaven with Chris Eric.
That's been the weird thing. I will play a song.
Call it the no glory hole.
The stay out of the closet, really, it's for your own good.
I keep these notebooks. At the time, other people who knew of my notebooks were referring to them as serial killer notebooks. So
I have seen the Big Wash serial killer notebooks.
The more things
I see where they're coming from.
Who would be surprised if Abdullah was like on CNN?
Dozens of bodies found on the Lower East Side.
He was such a nice boy. He used to cut the grass.
He was so quiet. He was hanging out in the library.
They come to interview me, I'll be like, he always seemed really nice. I don't know.
Always doing a lot of writing in notebooks.
Have you found all the notebooks? I heard that. I heard there's some notebooks.
For sure.
We have this thing where somebody cracks the code. They just know how to do a thing as well as anybody else has done it, and he could do it.
Nope.
He's got that like kind of Prince thing about him where he could just sort of like, here's a thing. Yeah, I'll go ahead and effortlessly do that thing better than 98% of all people.
This is going to be one of those. This is going to be one of those moments where I lose the internet. But I've never been that big on Prince. Just not into the songs. I know. You just muted yourself, Michael, so you can curse me out. Okay, whatever makes you happy, buddy. Oh wait, you don't have any of that. Sorry.
Oh
yeah.
So since I walked around the block, it's apparently become rave time at the Moyer house.
This is what we do. I'm sorry.
Someone's got to use
all
the
lost
equipment
my
he
mind.
got.
I have no other. I've been ordering all this stuff. Just this is it. This is all I got.
I bought all this gear. I bought all these lights. I need to turn them on.
We got all this stuff and glitter,
Retail
flashes.
therapy.
This is what we got.
The people who ain't got information to the right information, they're like, no, and no. And you like, all right, man, you right, but you ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not as mystical as people try to make it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that real. You know what I mean?
You're right, but you ain't right.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's a title waiting to happen. You're right, but you ain't right.
It's also interesting to hear how Michael speaks to someone whose music he actually enjoys. Very, very different conversation.
Very unlike the way he speaks to you and me.
Rhapsodic in his inimitable fashion to you, and like 20 minutes earlier, he's like, "Yeah, Chris Eric's here. Hey, is that a guitar? Well, we got to fill the time somehow. Why don't you go play one of your singy songs?"
Yeah. And so we've been doing a lot of that, and you can really hear the dog grunting in the music, so we're trying not to like obliterate completely the canine identity of the thing. And she's a very special dog. She's a Mexican hairless dog, so you can see like this is like a naked belly over here, and
more partial nudity.
Yeah, her name is Chicharrón, which means fried pork rind.
I was gonna say pork rind.
Yeah.
Pork rind.
Yeah, she loves to be a little pork rind.
Oh, hi Chicharrón.
Well, Dominique, does she get any of the royalties? And is tequila like in her rider contract, like being that she's a Mexican dog?
She likes mezcal more than tequila. Tequila is like. Right?
She likes mezcal, really?
Yeah, mezcal.
Shots of mezcal, or do you just pour it in the bowl?
No, I mean she sneaks like.
She sneaks the mezcal.
Next to my glass, and she likes to like sort of take a lick of whatever I'm having. Like.
Oh my God! You made it. You made it out. Your dog's an alcoholic.
My dog's evil. She's eaten things that are legal in Canada but are not in the United States.
Whatever. But now I got two more, clear glass ones that don't say anything on them just because no outside growlers.
Fill that shit up with shine.
That might be another thing whose time has come. Like we were talking, I don't know, I think it was 2 weeks ago about pirate radio and how, the FCC has nobody left to give a shit.
Right.
Presumably, who regulates moonshiners? ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and fire. Yeah, like they're not working. Yeah. They're not coming. So kids.
Bunch of blindness outbreaks in town.
Kids
like
start smoking, start pirate radio stations, start moonshine stills.
That's how we fund it.
Yeah.
This show is 100% moonshine funded.
Moonshine.
Put some hooch in the pooch.
That's why
not present for him. And I say that not working is such a peaceful privileged phrase, right? I mean, because at the end of it, I could walk out of here and, I'm going to get treated well. I got veteran plates on my car. I'm a white guy, whatever it is, I'm going to do well with
that mustache has to have privileges.
Yeah. And so for me to talk about
that, I wanted to paint a planet for Back to the Warmth. And I did this in about 40 minutes before going to my first day being a delivery driver for Domino's after we moved somewhere. And that lasted like a few weeks. But so this happened, and Paint Your Planet kind of came a few years after that. I just wanted to make more of these, but with intentions for people.
I like that I totally randomly asked you about. So tell me about all these paintings that are on the album covers, and they happen to be sitting at your feet. Like, we did not talk about this beforehand at all.
Like, we were more prepared than we seemed. That's what
it's not what you're saying. And the next day going, I'm just as pissed as you are that we can't go green. Yeah, and that I want us to be green too, and it's like you can't.
That was on my list of things to ask you about before the world caught fire. Was
Yeah, who knew that was going to happen?
Right.
Did you have that on your bingo card?
No, I did not have that in my end times pool.
No, the free square in the center of your bingo card is cops kill black guy, because it's going to happen all the time.
Yeah.
Like one thing that happened is I was out of my mind at a Tame Impala show many years ago, and like a question came to my head that was, what did you want to do when you were 6 years old? And I remember being at like Kingdom Bound, which is a Christian music festival, and I was watching Skillet, and I remember like seeing like the lady, like Corey Cooper playing keyboard, and like that, like I saw him doing it, I saw her doing it, I saw like me doing it, and it was like I just was like, man, whatever I wanted to do when I was 6 is probably a good idea. Like, that's probably what I should do when I'm in my 20s.
I wanted to be an astronaut when I was 6.
I totally should have been a pimp.
What'd you guys
Thank you. I never give up on dreams that easily.
Exactly. Yeah, no, you can be whatever you want to be. Because this is America.
Pimp daddy.
If only that were true.
He's got props.
I do. Because I got my mail ballot the other day, and I had all these things that are in it that I wanted to talk to you about, and none of it matters now.
What? Who to vote for?
About a couple
murder hornets.
Yeah, show us your bracket, Jay.
I did have murder hornets on my bracket, so yeah.
You have that kind of archery target profile to them. Oh, we're getting undercarriage and everything. This is very, very special.
Partial
nudity.
Partial nudity.
It bounced up and hit my undercarriage.
Partial animatronic deer nudity. Oh, wow.
Oh.
And now you're on that side. You were just Hey,
birthing of the universe.
Do you remember when this happened? For sure.
Whoa.
Hey.
That's definitely our first birth on the show.
Yeah.
I am once again for your sin.
Deputy whatever. And this time it was like there's 17 people running for auditor general, and like I only have the faintest conception. I only have the faintest conception of what an auditor general does. Like, I assume they do a lot of auditing, just sort of generally, but
that's the end of the show, folks.
Wow.
I've been saving that for days.
That was awesome.
Social distancing variety hour.
That was dope as shit. We really did used to be funny and stuff on this show until the shit got heavy.
Yeah, it's not our fault. It's the world's fault.
Yeah, stupid cops.
Yeah. If only Chris Eric would stop killing black people, then we could go back to being funny. So what you drinking, Michael?
Back where it all began with my Spanish Red.
Oh.
But I'm continuing my quest for greatness through Guru Gold from Eagle Bodegas. About $10 a bottle, plus tax, and fantastic. Monstrel, Syrah, Cabernet Sauvignon. Beautiful blend, 93 points, and
I gotta put my thumb over here.
And a really, like, I was explaining to a coworker the other day, and they asked me about it, and I was just like, I really like the drunk.
Yeah.
I really like the drunk off of this. Like, it's not. Then the next morning, like, bounce back, which, you know, for a person of my age is something.
Yeah, I mean, you're not the spring chicken that you were when I first met you.
37 was the first time that I started waking up with hangovers that hurt. You know, like
Yeah.
I've had a few in my day that were just like, you know, from gross neglect. Just absolute, not just alcohol abuse, but just self-abuse.
Just overall organism abuse.
Just, you know, like the soul cries out in the morning and you bang your head against the wall just so that something else hurts. Jesus. But yeah, so I'm aware of that now. I think that's part of the wisdom of age, is realizing not limitations, but how to best, like, find where to be where you want to be at, you know? Like, I will still, you know, even a couple of weeks ago, ask Andre. I could just plow through 2 bottles and not remember, you know, things at all. Wake up on my porch.
You know, I remember this one time we were drinking Spanish Red. I remember it like it was yesterday. It's telling you what they think about the events of the day.
Rotten, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking. I got product placement, which you can't see. I'm drinking Altered State whiskey tonight, because I finally ran out of my pre-quarantine booze this week, and had to hit up Altered State. So I'm drinking the Altered State American whiskey, the sort of bourbon style whiskey, which is very, very good. And
yeah, we'll see how good it is in an hour.
It will still be delicious in an hour. Whether I will still be delicious in an hour, we'll see.
I haven't known you, but there's been an hour you haven't been delicious, my friend.
Oh, thanks. You're so sweet.
I'm drinking Argentinian Malbec from Barkel.
Okay, I dig a nice Malbec.
Yes, it's very nice, especially for the price.
Yeah.
Which I'm conscious of, like, good taste, but I'm not gonna lie. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
There's no point in it, especially for, you know, my purposes now in isolation, where it's like,
you're only trying to impress yourself.
You know what I'm saying? It's just sophistication.
You've always been.
Matter of fact, everybody sipping on something, right? We got cheers, man. I'm gonna start the show with cheers. I got a Ironstone Meadery.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Very nice.
Yeah. So cheers. You know what I'm saying? I love this nectar that they be making. If y'all need somebody, holla at me. So I can holla at y'all, holla at this.
Should we get into some new music?
Before we do that, what are you drinking tonight?
Oh, I am drinking. I'm drinking Altered State again / still. This is the rye this time. I've decided to silently protest you having to be at work by buying liquor from other people instead of from you. So,
sure, yeah. Just until it gets easier this week, when all the stores are open for curbside and it's not just dialing into a busy number. Because I love you all. Sorry if I haven't responded, but fuck you that the only time you really hit me up was to see if you could get alcohol from me. Like, I'm keeping tabs. I know what's going on. Man, I've never heard from so many people that I've just been like, wow, I haven't seen you in forever, like before times. But sure.
Yeah.
Let me bump you straight up. Yeah. Sure.
Give that all the consideration
it's
it
madness.
deserves.
I'm drinking a Colores del Sol Malbec.
Is that the
also
Argentinian?
Argentina.
Oh, okay.
This is another one.
Yeah.
I'm really working. So, hello, my friend. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. What are you drinking on?
Yingling, America.
No.
America.
Oh.
I can't remember the last time I had a Yingling. I don't drink beer anymore.
I'm
a snob.
I don't drink Yingling. Well, I will occasionally drink Yingling if it's free, but I will not pay money to drink Yingling anymore.
I wanted to talk about that with our first guest.
Yeah.
But that just the way that people just fucking, oh, look at this, like, oh, they're gentrifying your city and doing it undemocratically, but curling, oh fuck. I fucking hate people. I hate people so much. Will you do something? Will you play something? What do we have up first? Oh wait, what are you drinking? How's this show go? Save me, Jesus.
I don't know how this works anymore. I was drinking Southern Tier. I can't. How do I turn my I flipped my camera so that I actually look like myself and not the mirror image of myself. And now I'm so used to being mirrored that I'm doing everything backwards. Southern Tier Lakeshore Fog, but it's gone and it's my last one. So ask me again in 10 minutes and the answer will be different.
Get out of here. You'd be brain dead right now if all he did was drink like 9%ers the way that he drinks fucking Yinglings. It's got coriander and sea salt.
Oh man, that was pretty much my whole Chafee experience. Does it have coriander or sea salt in it? Cool, let me have one. Like, it's fucking hot. This is nice. Oh my lord.
And then I saw you Sunday morning walk out of one of the porta potties and man, I don't even think I could make a hoodie look like it did on you.
Oh yeah.
But it was just
it's like Jedi shit. Oh, yeah. Hanging off. Oh yeah.
And it was awesome. Right. And you were just there. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Me? Where?
Oh shit! What are we doing this week on the show, man? What are you drinking first? Because you're making drinks.
It's summertime, so I'm drinking regular old gin and tonics. I was so distracted. I don't even know what I was doing, but like making my pre-show drink, I was looking at something over there and poured myself an entire glass of gin, and forgot about the tonic part. So I've now had to like subdivide it into a couple of smaller gin and tonics. So. Yeah, my gin and tonic chemistry is just is off to a bad start already tonight. But yeah, how's your disappointing man Garnacha, whatever you're drinking?
Yeah, Garnacha de Fuego, which was well rated and had a really decent write up, and perhaps it's just me. I mean, it's fucking 15.5%.
Okay.
And it's sweeter than molasses, and I don't like it. I'm about to open another bottle that I really enjoyed, but at the same time, I've already opened this, and I got to see where it goes.
Save me a little slurp of it so I can see how bad it is.
I better open another bottle then before I just don't care anymore. But yeah, you know, I'm like if you know, I'm a big fan of the Spanish Red.
I do.
But you know, if you like the sweet. And not like local sweet wine or Moscato sweet wine, but if you like the sweet, then the Garnacha de Fuego,
the boozy rich sweet, not the not the not the grape jolly,
Spanish
not
sweet.
The grape Jolly Rancher sweet.
Like when she rolls her R's with her tongue across your.
Yeah.
Dude, how was your break?
My break was good. I went to go get a beer that has sea salt and coriander in it.
Is that sequential?
It is sequential, yeah. Social distancing. Variety hour.
Middle-aged white guys drink and try to relieve their white guilt hour.
I'll cheers to that.
Cheers.
Andre Janessa here.
Andre, what are you drinking, friend?
Me?
Yeah.
Yep.
To go to.
Oh,
okay. I just finished this up.
The stereotypes for a reason.
Yeah.
Guadalupe. That's why you were here.
Yeah,
to save me.
I was a little bit worried about how this was going to go without the books behind you, but
yeah. Hey, we'll find it.
Yeah. So what you drinking tonight?
I am drinking El Bonhomme.
Okay.
Which is a nice red blend from Spain of Cabernet Sauvignon and Monstrel. Monstrel is probably one of my favorite grapes right now.
Tell me more about Monstrel, Michael.
It's a Spanish grape.
Okay,
my friend,
yeah.
And it has it has a certain it holds the qualities of a really heavy Cabernet.
Okay.
In its textures and stuff, but in its taste, it's sort of like a Tempranillo with a doctorate. Like it's
Dr. Tempranillo.
It doesn't yes, Dr. Tempranillo, which is my stage name in Mexico. Dr. Tempranillo is here. Snap. But yeah, it's really good because it doesn't have that dry cheek sucking that you got to get into. It's really clean on the palate, but it also hits real nice like a heavy wine should. So I really enjoyed it. And full Monstrels can get pretty wacky.
Yeah,
I've seen some that are like 14.5, 15.
Yeah, that's a little like
wake up asleep on your own back porch.
Well, when you start getting up into that like super Tuscan territory, it's you'll have a good time while it lasts, but then shit gets weird.
I have that on a pillow.
You'll have a good time while it lasts.
And shit gets weird.
Well, it's one of those two-sided pillows.
Depending on what time of night it is. So, what are you throwing down your gullet tonight?
West Bayfront tap water right this minute because we went out and we usually do the Brita pitcher thing, but Oscar, he was trying to be self-sufficient and get his own water this week, and he accidentally chucked the Brita pitcher onto the floor, and the replacement hasn't come yet. So
we appreciate the human form, and in this case, the feminine form. I'm gonna go with a Pisgah.
Yeah, what are you drinking?
Oh yeah, he's clearly watched the show.
You guys some beer fans here?
Yeah, definitely.
It's a Pisgah triple.
Oh, okay, I've had some of the Pisgah stuff. I've had the Pisgah Pale.
So kind of local, and I love Belgians and I love sours, and so I'm gonna enjoy this.
Like fuck them, they're just empty. They're just cherry picking for their own soul. Fuck them. Anyway, what are you drinking tonight, Adam?
I am drinking. I'm drinking some whiskey. I'm drinking Charles Goodnight.
Yeah, Charles Goodnight 100
bourbon, which was on clearance last week at the State Store. It had been like a $40, $45 bottle. That's down to $26, $28, something like that. It's pretty good. It's hot. It's got that 100 proof hotness to it. And the label sort of, it looks like a line of men's hair care products for people who are insecure in their masculinity. But
man, that was a pretty picture you just painted.
But I'm going to allow it. It's telling you what they think about the events of the day.
Social distancing variety hour.
Cheers.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking the Lagunitas. I'm so used to putting things directly in front of me, but I'm sitting over here. The Lagunitas, a little something, something. Earlier, I was drinking some stuff that we brought home from Erie Brewing. We went to Erie Brewing for some food and some beers earlier and brought some stuff back from there. But I've already been drinking that, so now I need to be drinking something else. So we've had a lot of cool guests on the show.
Super cool guests. Like this has been, and I mean, I know you're thinking like 21 shows and you make a best of show, and I mean, like, yes, number one, we're worth it. We've been laughing our asses off.
Yeah, here. we kind of have, and it's there's something unseemly about laughing this hard at yourself, but we do a good show. We like it. We hope you like it.
I don't
thank
know.
You thank you for watching it, and thank you for hanging out with us while we're self-indulgent and drink in our basement, more self-indulgent than we usually are while drinking in our basement.
If possible.
Yeah.
Wow, I popped my pee. That was
You did.
pretty unprofessional.
Here, you want to borrow my?
No, I just need to. I need to focus. You should leave that there. I'm not worthy of being looked at now. For lots of reasons.
It's like a witness protection program thing now.
Good.
You just got like
number one, like it's sort of depressing to me at how often I go to the same bag for all my lines and all my stuff. Like I need to hire writers now. Like my shit's not carrying me.
Oh, it's fresh.
Like the timing's great, but usually,
yeah, depends
on what part of the show we're at.
Well, and the timing gets a little tighter when we're in the same room, I like to think, and sometimes definitely. Technology is more our friend than others when it comes to these things.
So, what do you want to get into now?
So, our super cool guests that we've had on the show have done lots of super cool performances on the show. My thumbs need to go in this direction. It's doing terrible. So.
I can't even do that because shit.
But you can pop your peas.
I'll pop your peas.
So here's some of our favorite performances. Part 1 of our favorite performances from some of our guests on the show. Social distancing.
Some of which I forgot were even on our show.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of people on our show.
Chris Eric.
Oh, you chosen. I know that I'm chosen. Chosen. Don't you see that I'm chosen? Chosen. I know that I'm chosen. Chosen. I know you see I'm chosen. Dab in Alaskan, king crab butter with a napkin. Before lift off, I gotta make sure you're strapped in. Ask around, people know. I got that holy sound, different places I've been bouncing around, different faces, that's my network now. If we ain't moving forward, then we ain't working out. Left my girl up north for a shorty down south. If I come back home, she already know what it's about. I ain't been home in so long. Taste of medicine is so strong. Twist it in a paper, water in a bong. I'm it gone, I be going in my zone in. Not a mortal man, I've been chosen. I just slid it in, I just did it again. Dropping all these tracks so you count in. Chosen, I know that I'm chosen. Chosen, don't you see that I'm chosen? Chosen, I know that I'm chosen. Chosen, I know you see I'm chosen.
I wonder if Carlaris ever raced again. Carlaris, hero of the 1926 winter season at Tijuana, whose optimistic team thought his ailing leg would heal in time for the Kentucky Derby, the Fairmont Derby, summertime at Raceland, whose hopes and setbacks read like the days of our lives in the archives of the racing form. I can tell you his shoes made it to Homewood, to one of so many long-gone iterations of Washington Park, polished, mounted on a board, draped in velvet, sent by registered airmail from San Diego, destined to decorate the clubhouse, a trophy of the turf. I can tell you he lived past the summer of 1926, that he had babies, fleet foals for whom the ink spilled as well. Cabezo, his son who loved agua caliente as much as he did. Fur Fiber at Rockingham, Dixie B at Charlestown, his grandson Eurasian, who missed a race, a month, a year, with enough ink surviving to map out his path from triumph to setback to stud. I wonder if Carlaris ever raced again. 3,834 results taunt me. 3,834 snippets of the history of the turf to read, to mull. Virtual yellowing newspaper tempting me with an answer to the question of the day, instead of clearing my to-do list or doing anything to keep the world from burning down.
can't feel what you don't have. It would be profound about what space and time can do. The illegitimacy of each action, those moribund actions, everyday actions, repeatable actions that are superfluous now, meaningless now. Built this incongruous lifestyle, supported and floated on ideas, and how quickly ideas collapse as soon as you flip the spectrum. I got no illusion anymore. Unsatisfied. Proper beginnings. These gods rendered onto us darkness. I will douse myself in flame to be the light. But I am the unstrikable match. This book keeps closing.
Come, feel your intentions. I have to mention, the sky's full of dimensions. Join the tribal connection, your third eye's reflection. Let's go. Come and get down with this brand new sound. I'ma guide you around through all your chakras aligning now, while only thinking about how to amount to your own mantra. I know life can be crazy, but so are me and you, baby. Drop that beat like a misunderstanding. Wanna meet me, understand my damage, and how broke freaks who love my planet. Eating on them greens, trying my damnedest to give you all I got. Yeah, I've been around the block, all I see is pretty nature. People stressing what they not. I'ma take a shot, I'ma formulate a plot to get us all together, have us thinking the same thought. Cause things go right with like-minded individuals. Take this insight, allow me to make some visuals. You riding on a bike, doing an Albert Hoffman ritual. Feeling alright, about to reach a pinnacle that's mystical with principle. Really great for your physical, medicinal, additional. Your future's feeling visible. Getting back to our roots like we were aboriginals, but we don't stay traditional. Our spirit touches us to know to be one with us. You gotta be one with you. To see through the love, you gotta see through the truth. And if you have a trouble, come and find me in the booth. Just me, my tunes, and you is how I like to get loose. We don't have the time to love what we do. Every day's a journey, yeah, this ain't nothing new. Tastes so good, go ahead and sip the juice. That nectar of the moment, dipping in like squish. Come, feel your intentions. I have to mention, yeah, the sky's full of
you go, man. It's two indulgences. Two indulgences. I didn't get this way by denying myself these things, the wishing it all away, save for the dogs and the trees and perhaps the squirrels, because every story needs an antagonist. The blue mist beneath goodbye has yet to settle in, but the orange sun still rises over milk crates and empty factories and quiet ovens and the places between the crevices that make the field stone walls look dry. And the sun still sets behind the maple trees in shades of pale peach. Nameless birds gather to chatter about the ever-present ospreys and falcons and raspberries and June bugs yet to come. And it's hard to hate the empty streets, the meaningless stoplights, the lack of passerbys. It's hard to hate what might come of this. A few more possums and mayflies and embraces that are genuine. I miss the Sunday dinners I was raised on, worship in numbers, a cup of coffee or tea, or maybe something hearty with someone I truly miss. I miss saying good morning to strangers who become less so with routine, and I miss the little fires with friends, the fuzzy, forgotten ramblings and muses, and the sameness. I miss the sameness when the magpies were nameless and a masked face in a gas station meant, give me all your money. Funny the things we miss and the things we try to wish away.
Social distancing variety hour. That playlist is not supposed to loop.
But it did, so you got a double dip. It's like that because Yeshua made it.
Yeah, you got an extra 2 seconds of Yeshua making it. Hi, Yeshua.
Hi, Yeshua. Miss you. I wonder whose house he's at tonight.
Go home if you're not home, Yeshua.
Thank you for tuning in tonight for our 21st episode, Spectacular. You know when she rolls her R's across your earlobe.
Yeah. That's the good shit. So yeah, we used to have this show. It used to be funny, and then
some shit happened.
Yeah.
You don't want to know what happened? Is just, I don't know. I can't enough, but it's always been enough. We can't say one too many. Just, and it's still happening. Like if you watch the evening news, you wouldn't know this. You know, like there are protests that have been going on for like 60 straight nights. Like, you know, people are talking about it. I'm a huge Celtics fan, and they won today. And Jaylen Brown opened up his press conference talking about Breonna Taylor and then talking about defunding police and, you know, just terrible. I mean, there's things going on that you need to be a part of. And so this show was meant at first as a distraction from a pandemic and then just became sort of an, you know, just some form of media to get out the idea that these things are really happening. And Adam and I need to relieve our white guilt. And I mean,
as we've mentioned at some point in the past,
a bunch of times, and I'm sure it'll be in this clip because, you know, apparently I'm a regurgitation machine. I can't imagine if I had every single radio show recorded and how many times I've said the same things, like the lucid dulcet tones of Morrissey and Marr, here's the Smiths, like those kinds of things, like just over and over again for
Daddy
years.
needs to get his fix.
Oh man, well, yeah, but that's
that's
a Pacific
bit.
thing.
Yeah,
I got bits, and then I get just my well is shallow. Man, I used to think I was deep waters, but nope. I guess I was dating at my station. I apologize.
So we've had some awesome guests on this show, and we've had some other awesome guests on this show that we have not gone back and revisited yet. So I remember them all being here just like it was yesterday.
And I mean, I was doing that before this week, but this week is really, honestly, it freed up some of my time to do the work that I had set out to do to begin with. Like, I'm not doing meetings about meetings that we had last month to talk about how that meeting went. Like, I want action. I don't want to, we've been doing meetings since this country was founded. Like, stop with the meetings. We have the answers. I don't want a meeting about another meeting, and then we'll check in about that last meeting. What the hell are we going to do? What are we going to do?
We should probably form a committee to plan the meeting.
We should probably form a committee to figure out and do another needs assessment to figure out, you know, what do they need and how can we do it better than them, right? That's exactly.
Yeah. It's not in the budget, and it doesn't work for these guys because they've got a bottom line to meet.
I'm getting so sweaty over here. Jeez.
That's what we do. Is make white men sweaty.
Yeah. I wouldn't use that as a tagline. I don't know.
Social distancing variety hour.
I definitely would. Definitely would.
Making white men sweaty since 2020.
A severe asthma attack, and they had me on a massive amount of prednisone. I can't remember how much it is, but suffice it to say, I'm not to be prescribed prednisone anymore.
It was definitely enough to make you an altered version of who I have since learned you to be.
I was pretty. Was I different then? I mean, I remember being really excited. It's just like the air there was so aggravating to my lungs because there's like mold in that building.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Prednisone, the drug of choice among electronica experimental musicians.
Well, it's like, I mean, I had
ain't no party like a prednisone
superhuman
party.
Strength while I was on that. Like I picked up a wall AC unit with one hand and looked at it, and I'm like, that's not normal.
Yeah,
and
hit a bunch of home runs.
Down, and then a week later, I went to sleep. So I mean, it was an interesting time. But
things where it's like a betrayal, right? Because you're hanging out with people that you think are your friends.
Like, I legitimately made myself a rule not to drink with white people I don't know, because I learned the hard way that, like, you think they're cool, and then the end, like, all of a sudden I'm all the way white, and you're dropping N-bombs, and it's like, wait, whoa, you know? But,
I'm
like,
just singing along with Dr. Dre. I don't know no better.
You're not allowed to do that either.
Do visuals for a couple of sets, and this was years before I had the technology. I had, like, now I would
2 years ago.
Now, yeah, 2 years ago is like 20 years ago in quarantines, though. You know, 2 years ago we used to, like, you know, leave the house and breathe right directly on each other and, like, touch each other in public. And
how many times have your guys' personalities changed throughout this time? I don't know, I like look at things now and I'm like, man, yeah, it's weird. A couple weeks ago, this really would have tore me up.
Yeah, I've had like 2 in the last 2 weeks, and I feel almost back to normal. Like, I was definitely not normal for
normal.
Well, you know, baseline.
I miss breathing on you, Adam.
Yeah, I miss breathing on you too.
Yeah, I'm actually okay with people not breathing on me.
Well, they're just not doing it right.
Well, yeah, not
you know,
right
once you've been breathed on by Michael, you might feel differently about it.
All right. I'm
something to look forward to after this whole thing.
For the after times, you can come over. Yeah. Come down here. We'll play a show once.
You come climb up the stairs and pull the curtain apart, and I will breathe on you for $5.
That's how much you'll give me.
Yes.
Let's make it 10.
10. You're worth it.
A bargain.
You made it up
twice
the stairs.
The price.
Yeah. I'd love to come down to here.
You've been taught, just slide away, and you understand that each and every one of us is a beautiful human being, and we can enjoy the love that each and every one of us presents. Then it can be that way. And I truly believe that. I also think that there's going to be death squads, and I will fucking hang people off the dick on the dock, and I will let them rot, and their bodies will be an example to everyone that comes here, and Tom Ridge will burn in effigy. But
I wasn't ready for you to go there.
That escalated quickly.
Hey, Michael,
it's a whole
you can
new
say
inquisition.
That, but I can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I already have trouble flying, man.
Yeah, until they show up at my door. and look,
I'm not joking.
And after they watch this show, guess who gets busted?
This is another fairly recent one of Kenny's. Oh, they're back.
No.
Yeah, this is another one of Kenny's that I really like.
See, this is the man trying to keep us down. They're trying to keep us silent from telling the truth anymore. After last week and the week before, we've been talking too much shit.
Too much truth to power.
And people have been listening. Yeah, too much truth. Like, we can't have this.
Yeah.
Why don't you fools go back to fucking white chicks from Montreal? Let's go.
She's probably watching, you know.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, well, not that wasn't beautiful.
Yeah.
But we have our Overton window has shifted, baby.
Oh yeah.
Like what went from like, oh, I'm sorry you're stuck at home, here's some fucking fun music and shit, to like,
let's dance
fuck
around.
your life, we're gonna start hanging capitalists from the tower. It's immersion, it's contact.
Yeah.
You know,
I was sort of thinking about, like, back in the before times when we used to have, like, events that a lot of people would come to. Remember that? Good times.
Yeah,
But, you know, there would be, you know, things like Celebrate Erie or whatever. You'd have all these things that, like, you would go down there and look around you, and it would be, like, 90% white people. And, like, that's not what Erie looks like. But there are parts of Erie that are staying away from these big civic events because there are parts of Erie who are looking at these events and going, it's some white people shit. I don't.
It's the truth, though.
Oh, I know. I'll message our guests here in a second. Oh, there they are.
Oh,
they're back.
All right,
Yay.
Yeah, there we go.
We were just about to play some music while we fixed the internet. but you're back. Yay.
Yeah. Wait, where were we though?
You were telling us how white people suck. And we were just nodding and smiling and silently
just wait
agreeing.
until the end of the show, and they're like, "But not you're one of the good ones, Adam."
Like,
Yo, hilarious.
Thanks.
That did jog my memory though. That's crazy. That's
better society. Like, this is how we do it. You have to accept me, and I will accept you. And then you just get out the car and pull up. Because I can imagine getting out. I mean, even you as a white man, you drive to East 24th Street.
Yeah. That's my new hidden camera show is just Adam showing up at barbecues like, hey!
Like, hey, hey fam.
They are going to look at you like, what is going on? But that's a conversation that the Black community has to have with themselves. Like, everyone just needs to.
It's our spinoff. Like, we're a
Hold
different.
on, somebody's knocking at my door.
It's the FBI. We're different strokes. This is our Jeffersons.
Yeah.
We got witnesses if something do happen.
Yeah.
Shit. Fuck.
Best witnesses. They'll believe us.
Yo, real shit. Hey.
And the 6 other white people watching.
Hey, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all real. Listen, cause if y'all made it to this point in the show, that means like y'all are actually engaged.
Alcoholics.
Hey,
listen. It's like about the 4th or 5th time this shit done shut off because connection issues.
Yeah, niggas gonna call it connection issues.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like outside each of our houses was like an internet scrambler.
Yeah. If we're not back next week, send somebody looking for us.
Adam has the strongest internet. He's holding it down.
We went there, and he has since moved on to a slightly more serious medical environment that he's working in. And I don't know if you want to tell people where you work or if you want to not tell people where you work. I know some.
It's a local hospital. We'll just keep it at that. So
okay.
That way I don't...
Oh, is it run by a not local insurance industry? Anyway,
it very well might be.
That narrows it down to
down
2.
to 2.
Yeah. Or it could be run by fascists, and then that narrows it down to 1. Anyway, I mean, I don't know. It rhymes with CCOM. Anyway, so
like, hey, you know, you're not black. You're just a human.
You're just a person like me.
Yeah. Well, no fucking shit. You know, like when people say dumb shit like that, I'm like, all right.
Like,
we're
again.
just all humans, man.
Yeah,
I understand this shit, you know?
But like this human right here is not getting the same shape. Like you know what I mean? Like, so it's just, man.
So
like, but
if we're
I
all
feel
just
like
humans,
I feel
let's
like a
just
lot
trade.
of times it's.
But to be so far into it, and for you to not have the PPE that you need, to not have it overflowing, to have them have to build another building named after some person you've never heard of, and then just fill it with masks
With all the
and
extra
gloves
masks.
and gowns
Because of the outpouring of goodwill. Because
yeah,
of the,
right. And then every time you drive down the Bayfront, the billboard lights up and is like, "Oh, here's the William F. Butterfield PPE Exporium right here in Erie." Like, fuck. It's social distancing variety hour. The LEC from the BT, super cool. What member of the LEC do you think would be the first to get the Rona? I think Foch.
Well,
least likely is Chris Head because he's just down at camp all the time by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's probably accurate. Well, and Foch through no fault of his own. I mean, he works in an environment where, you know, he's more likely to encounter.
Plus, he'd walk into a room of it and be like, "Oh, great!"
Yep, that's Foch.
Yeah.
Charles Brown is with us. If you can't
too, and they were like, our Uber driver Jordy said he was coming to check out this show, and like, you mean Jordy the Traveler Jordy? Like, that's the only Jordy I know. And they're like, yeah. And yeah. So I appreciated that at the time. I appreciated seeing you there. And
what a
and
hustle.
And Yeshua and Simone.
Just drive
and all
around and
sorts
throwing mixtapes in the backseat. I got some breath mints. I got a bottle of water, and I got my new mixtape. Check it out.
Paper towels.
You never know.
Like, I know the shit that you took from your own community because of the shows you played and the people you ran with and the people that you talked to and the State Street rapper shit and all that other stuff. Like, and has it switched at all? Like, because you do play in front of a lot of mixed audiences. And I mean, the whole panoply, but you do a lot of white shit, like there's a lot of Rook and
not as much white shit as I do.
Yeah. No one plays in front of as many white people as fucking Adam.
I feel like, you know what?
I showed it to you, but that was an unfinished painting of yours that was up on your Facebook that I grabbed just to have a little visual to throw up with that.
Oh, super cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I always like when we talk about a painting and the person who made the painting goes, oh, it's right over here.
I mean, I can't paint, but I just was like, fuck it, I'm going to try it.
So
I was going to say, you like Tony Bennett? Like, you sing and then, like, you go home and paint?
Like George W. Bush?
Go out and commit war crimes,
then
take
go
a
home and
Uber
paint.
ride, and fucking
go home and paint a self-portrait of yourself in the bathtub. One more show in Erie.
Right. I mean, there's still a lot of people in Erie who don't know who I am, who don't know who any of us are.
Sure.
So there's still that crowd you can reach, but at the same time, I'm not making any new connections. I'm not networking with other establishments, other bars, restaurants, clubs, or whatever to excel me to another level. So I'm just trying to ascend as an artist and, go for my worth.
Well, and like, what other level in Erie is there? When you're
like, you're gonna be playing the Golden Corral on a Sunday afternoon. Like, that's the audience you haven't reached, are the people they wouldn't listen to you if you put on a free show in their backyard.
Well, and that's
maybe that, yeah.
Well, I mean, I think
world revealed to Jordy the Traveler.
The sunshine and the little blue skull man and the purple tree, and lo, it came to pass that on the seventh day, Jordy the Traveler said unto the people, let there be a man with a blue skull and a yellow sunshine and a purple tree. And yea, it was good. I'm sorry. Apparently we're now getting with the program.
So one thing that I saw just about that, and I don't know if this is like statistical or whatever, but I read something that said that in Asian culture, it's just common courtesy that if you're ill, that you wear a mask wherever you go, especially because it's so congested, so many people on top of each other. And I think that you'll probably find that more people will start doing that here, but we also have a really totally different culture and
because in American
so.
culture, it's traditional to go, you know what, fuck other people.
Yes, that's the American dream.
I've said it before and I'll say it again, and it's one of the most eye-opening things I ever heard about this. Is just like, we ruined it when we told Americans that wearing a mask protects other people. If we would have told them it protected themselves, there would be masks that said, like, Big Balla 2020, come see me, with a Twitter handle. And instead, it's like, no, you'd protect other people. And they're like, well, fuck those
why would
people.
I want to do
Let
that?
I'll kill them.
Pussies.
I want to be patient zero for this cluster. Fuck them. On the Erie Equal and stuff, and that there was, like, major drama going down on that. And one of the things that I gleaned from our conversation when we were talking is that they just started trying to bring everybody under this big tent, and all of a sudden everybody's issues carried the same importance rather than focusing on police brutality and Black Lives Matter kind of things with the protests that it started as. With Erie County United, you've always been able to kind of jump, because you've had to, because it was never just one issue you were after. It was awareness of all the issues to make the best informed decisions for everybody. So do you feel better prepared to be the big tent that people need because you can manipulate through all of these different things?
No. Very confident.
Yeah, it's right over here. I'll show it to you later.
Oh, good. Let's investigate Adam's life, because we see him every week instead of having our international friends talk about how fucking cool they are. But go ahead, Adam. Show us.
No.
Show us your toy from your childhood. Now, maybe your dad will hug you now. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's not like we didn't stay awake till 3:30 in the morning.
You've just been shit on from the UK. Your well-being. So, Kathy, I don't know. Even Mirsky had to backtrack.
Oh yeah,
what a
and
bitch.
yeah,
That bootlicking cunt. I'm trying to start a war.
Yeah,
I'm trying to start a war with someone that doesn't even know my name.
Oh, he knows my name. Like he sends me. Well, somebody in his office sends me like every time my name's in the paper. Like we got a nice little thing. Well, friend of the show, friend of Jordy, Maddie Simmons wrote a little thing that was in the showcase a few weeks ago about our show and Maddie B's show, and musicians and artists turning to streaming and blah 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 blah. It was nice. But yeah, some lackey from Mirsky's office clipped it out and sent it to me because they know I'm in the
3-time Jeopardy champion.
I don't know. But and it's not the first time that I've gotten written up in the press for something, because it happens occasionally. But it's not the first time that my name has shown up in the Times News or in the Reader or in something, and some lackey from Mirsky's office has clipped it out and sent it to me in their little folder that says, "Hey, we saw you did something great." And oh, thanks, I appreciate it. I mean,
good. I hope they're watching.
Yeah, still think you suck, but appreciate you thinking of me.
Yeah. You think in London that it would be heaving with gigs all the time, and it kind of is. Sometimes you do a gig and it's clashing with 3 other noise gigs.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of that's consistent with my experience of having played in New York or having played in any of the other kind of major American cities. The one time that I played in Brooklyn, I was playing in Brooklyn on the same night as Jay-Z, and I wouldn't have gone to see myself either. There were 3 gigs that literally I would have rather been at than be at.
Yeah. I've had that happen before. It's
Jay-Z was
live. Yeah, but live at the Tokyo Sun Palace in 1981. Talking Heads might be the best live recording.
One of the greatest shows, man. No, that one, and then the Italy one, the black and white.
Oh yeah, on
YouTube. That is
pretty much every time.
Epic.
Every time Michael ends up at my house, the Talking Heads Rome '79 YouTube show ends up on, and we end up mostly ogling young Tina Weymouth, to be honest.
Tina Weymouth's ass bouncing at the beginning of Cities
during Cities
is one of the most. It is. Fucking mint.
I didn't
fucking mint.
Well, we
engineers, producers on it, and I'm like, I got nothing from David. He's one of the first people that I really kicked it with, in a what I felt like was an actual studio, at one point. That's where I met Adam.
No,
so I was like, man, I gotta get moving on something, Yeah, remember that, dude? That's why I always say 3-time Jeopardy champion Adam Holquist, because that's how Mike introduced me to you. Funny sidebar too, by the way. I was hanging out. I was with my mom. I think it was on my birthday last week, And my mom was like, "Does Adam ever get tired of you saying 3-time champion Adam Love?" I was like, "I don't know, probably."
No, I don't really. I mean, you owe Michael like $37 for for his cut of the
every time
royalties.
you use that.
Every time you say that, you owe Michael Bennett 5 cents. But
I got thousands are in there now.
Yeah.
That's a low rate. It's only $37.
That in New Zealand as well, but it's like again, like somebody's lounge somewhere. I'm originally from New Zealand,
right?
And yeah, it's interesting the way that particular.
That's why you called it the TV instead of telly.
Yeah, TV. Yeah. Exactly.
I think I would call it TV, but
you don't call it TV.
I would call it
the
TV.
box.
So.
The box.
The box.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I think because of The Voice and all these shows on TV, the bar has lowered. People think they could sing when they could just go out and do that Christina Aguilera kind of that melisma stuff.
I'm gonna sample that. I'm gonna use the shit out of that.
Yeah.
Please just make sure I
I'm
hear
gonna
it.
make a whole. I'm gonna make a whole album out of that. That
Just
5 seconds.
new
of Andre
intro.
singing. Yep.
Intro music.
but so you have the bar is very low. So when someone comes,
No.
Yo,
Although-
I'm gonna take all your episodes from this show, and I'm just gonna cut lines from it and make some verses for you.
Oh, that I would totally support. Like, I think that would be great.
That'd be dope, dude. I might do.
You know what? I'll rip it all to waves for you. I'll dump it all in Dropbox for you. Like, I totally support this. You make it, I will be here for it.
We could easily put together at least 3 verses in a hook.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Probably have a back and forth verse. Fazed Cookies comes in. He's dropped all types of bombs on this show.
Oh yeah,
his verse might shut it down.
Yeah, Michael's got all the hooks.
Yeah. I'm the Tone Foch of this project.
It's the alter ego.
But like, I've got a projector. It's right over there, and yeah, I should definitely like make some more like weird visual things happen in the room. So that's my takeaway from tonight. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for that.
Thanks.
I heard
you
cool music.
an invoice for that.
Yeah, I heard cool music and had great conversation and like really got into you guys. But Adam just wants to do more with his decor. So good for you,
I'm glad that you helped you with your interior design.
There's your night. That's what you guys can do now. You get a show on ITV.
Yeah.
Where you go around and redesign people's webcasts.
Yeah.
That's just me. I'm not everybody, right? There are people who might have a much more hard line about like trying to murder CEOs, and guillotines are a meme, but I don't think that people actually want to murder anybody. There's a lot of people that are responsible for a lot of harm happening right now. I don't think there's enough time to murder everybody responsible. I think we need to actually educate people into doing something different.
Now, Robespierre thinks otherwise, so we'll figure it out when we get to that end of it.
Not enough time to murder all the right people, and that that kind of says everything that there is to say about this.
If you wanna name this episode that, you need to give me credit. But...
absolutely.
You get all the credit, all the credit in the world. Not enough time. Social distancing variety hour in the front. Not enough time to murder all the right people on the back. It's totally going to be a thing.
And I mean, I was doing that before this week, but this week is really
social distancing variety hour. Not enough time to murder all the right people.
Man, it's a growing list, and I don't know. I don't want to get too disturbing tonight.
No.
Because this is a celebration of 21 episodes of something that we thought would go like 8.
Oh, I was giving it like 4. I figured you were going to be back to Fazed Cookies by like May 1st. And then remember May 1st? Like when that was like 3 years ago?
I've I've started talking to people that I hadn't known previous to this happening. I mean, there's like hires at work. There's people that I talk to like online. Like there's people that I've met since this has started, and we have lived complete lifetimes.
Yeah.
Like I've got a coworker that we have inside jokes that are just like, I mean, like we've met after work, and it's
an
been,
entirely post-quarantine existence.
Yeah, but it feels, like you can remember something and be like, shit, that was like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And it seems so far gone.
Well, like we've got a new guy in my department at work who has literally never been to work because we've all been working from home since March. So like it's such a strange idea to get a new job that you never go to.
Oh, that sounds ideal.
That does sound pretty great.
Oh, you've done an excellent job with tonight's show.
Oh,
I'm very
thanks.
proud of you.
It's,
I did not like. I mean, I threw a couple of things.
You threw me a couple bones. Like you definitely.
I've thrown everyone a couple of bones.
I've heard that about you. Yeah, you said like.
I'm really. I've
like,
been getting down on myself about playing that role. I'm sorry to make it about me now, but
no, it's okay.
But I've really never been that like hip gigolo that everyone thinks I have. Like I've been a very degraded gigolo.
Not a hip gigolo.
Not a like my limp is not because I'm a good pimp. It's because I'm old and my leg hurts. I don't know, but it's but I you play into it,
Yeah.
And it's not part of that patriarchal like masculinity thing of just like
yeah.
I don't know. Off the rails. This is why I'm here. Spanish Red. But not really. I just, I got a lot of thoughts in my head. But but I was complimenting you because you're fantastic, and you did this whole thing with this idea that we came up with, and then I was
in
like
30 seconds.
I was like, it was a good bit. I remember this joke I did.
Yeah.
I remembered this thing. Oh, here's a funny thing.
I remembered these 3 jokes from the 20 weeks that we've been doing this.
Right. Well, you've only had like 3. Oh man, our 42nd episode's gonna be awesome.
It is. We'll tell you the secret to life, the universe, everything. Should we watch some more performances from more of our awesome guests?
Yeah, I haven't had a cigarette yet this show.
You've not had a cigarette yet this show. Well, let's watch about 15 minutes of performances from the folks that we haven't seen on.
But I can't quit it. Like I've been so engrossed in the show. Like not only have you done a great job putting this together, but we've done a really admirable job. Like it's above mediocre.
Yeah,
we've had some really good
totally
guests.
above mediocre, and all our guests have been above mediocre except maybe one or two. Who we won't name.
That you've ever
so here's some performances. Michael's gonna go smoke a cigarette. I'm gonna go drink a beer.
I'm
we'll
probably
see
just
you in a
gonna
minute.
sit here and watch him and
yeah,
reminisce with
we'll
you.
watch it on my phone. You can smoke a cigarette.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Adam's great.
I'm so organized.
Unlike some of my friends.
Social distancing variety hour.
Eerie.
Go on, talk a good game this time. Go on, convince yourself it's fine. When it's said and done, they're done and have their say. 'Cause at the end of the day, no one wants to see me that way. At the end of the day, no one wants to see me that way. Go on, have another one on me. Go on, it's easy enough, you see. Sometime in the morning, you laugh the thing away. 'Cause at the end of the day, no one wants to see me. At the end of the day, no one needs to see me. At the end of the day, no one wants to see me that way. At the end of the day, no one wants to see me that way. Just be glad he got away. Just be glad he got away. Just be glad he got away.
Okay, so this is called A Dog with No Name. A dog with no name barks at me, and I finger the needle in my pocket. 11th Street, just a block from the box of cereal I found last week. The dog's bark is my father's footstep the morning after working the late shift. I help an old man with a cane into his home across the ice. I had just seen him at the soup kitchen where I ate 2 desserts, faded but polite to the volunteers who don't see me as a lost cause. When I get where I am headed, I peel off my outer clothes, wondering how I only ever seem to spend time with people I cannot stand. Because they have cigarettes and cash and a wife who draws like a book cover for me, then slams down her husband's spoon with the ire of someone who has no throat left. I leave because I have no more lines in this little stage production that premieres every night until it doesn't. The snow falls like sifted flour and eats the sounds of Friday like a lion in a cage.
Charity begins at home, so if we don't start with the heart, there is no love in it. And I'll say it again, our peninsula is sometimes an island, but you have never been. So give me your poor, your old, your pregnant, your immunocompromised. Let's bridge divides of distance between black and white, of worship on different days, the popular distance of opposite side of the tracks, and between youth and age. Even the cure for addiction is connection, and isolation is punishment. Each disease a divorce of sorts. So hold the torch of ease. One kiss, one hug, one touch. Is that so much? We are the flesh of mammals, and even reptiles reach for warmth. Our humanity seems weakness. No zombie apocalypse stopping this. Peep this as I spy from the corner of my iris a coronavirus to inspire and drive us down divided paths of least resistance. This social distance, a plague sending us spiritually spinning back to stone ages. To egoists leading the blind off cliffs of ignorance, no army, no gun, no wall, no border can stop this, no exile, no prison can lock it away. It is odorless, as a narcissist is tasteless. It is odorless, as a narcissist is tasteless. It is odorless, as a narcissist is tasteless. And our strength is equal parts ingenuity, creativity, sacrifice, and compassion. The things we need most in life just cannot exist simply for profit. Therefore, to those immune to reason and invulnerable to empathy, I remind you, one who takes a life is like one who's had the world killed. But one who saves a life is like one who has the world healed. So blessed be the peacemakers, the merciful who mourn the meek, the poor in spirit, those who hunger and thirst, who are persistent, for purity is only a gift of the heart.
Making me some kind of addict. Hear you screaming out my name. I don't know what you're calling, making me go insane. Hear you calling out my name. You're in my head. You're a real bad habit. True long yourself, knocking over shelves. Then you're sitting on the bedroom floor. Spoons on, look what I found. Got that needle in your arm. Breathing very slow, well, don't you? When you're looking straight back at your brain. I'm
Social distancing variety hour. God damn it, that thing will just not work.
Oh, it's super awesome because Tapper.
Yeah,
Tapper
bonus
is-
Tapper,
bonus
Tapper
Oh, man.
is always called for.
Our Lord and Savior Tapper.
Yes.
Tapperism. Get into it. I'm Michael.
I'm Adam.
This is Social Distancing Variety Hour, 21st episode, which in 22 weeks. Spectacular. Don't you love it when she rolls her R's along your earlobe?
You know, I've heard you say that.
Like a bunch of times.
Yeah.
3 times tonight, at least. Plus, I did it twice. Imagine that on your clit.
Next time we do it, we should pan the mics in stereo, and then we'll swap the mics back and forth. Ashley started to Rivas will love it. Well, it's a whole thing. It's a throwback. Go with it.
Yep. We're man, this is pretty great. Like
yeah.
I don't like to see myself, hear myself, watch myself, think about myself.
No,
so
you're enjoying watching yourself far more than I was
because
worried that you might.
Like you did yeoman's work. Like I did less than 1%. I am the less than 1% exploiting the labor of Adam
and
to
I'm
have
just
my
the exploited
yacht.
labor.
And he is simply exploited labor. But and plus I started in the most recent and worked my way back kind of shows, so I was like feeding you like, this was good from the last one, and then
like this thing when I say Telly to Lisa from Isn't that's a good joke. Put that one in there.
And I hope someone else laughed about that because I think that's one of the funniest things I've done, and it was a callback to an early thing, like because they were on for a very long time because they were coming to us from the UK, so they got the whole show,
right?
And it was super worth it. Like that's a great episode.
Oh yeah.
And but early on in the show, she said TV, and I was super perplexed because I'm an Anglophile, and just like there's a certain way of speaking, but they never say TV. And so when she said New Zealand, I was like,
gotcha.
Well, it was for my own, my own mental being, because if things aren't correct in the world, then
then you're all off kilter for the next period of time.
The rest of my life. Jesus Christ. It's been an absolute sort of blessing for me because I did use the show as a crutch to like tell time, on the radio and stuff. And I knew when it was Wednesday, and I knew how to plan my week around that. And when I lost it, I mean, and even within days of that, you came to me and said, "Let's do this."
Yeah.
And so it's been one of those things where I can. Like an absolutely outlet because I don't play
and
instruments
I think
and I don't write
you said the words to me, like I can't find the text messages anymore, but like the words social distancing variety hour or something akin to it came out of your mouth or off your fingers to me, and I was like, yep, that's a thing. We're doing that, and like as soon as you said it, like the concept just.
I'm an ideas man.
Yeah, it was instantly clear, and like, yep, that's the thing we're doing. Come over tomorrow, and we'll do that.
Yep, and but it's been fantastic. I've had such a good time, and like we've interviewed so many great people, and I love interviewing people, and I love talking to people and seeing people's ideas and then their art. But the time spent with you has been great because aside from seeing dozens and dozens and dozens of people a day at work, strangers that could just be infected and don't care.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I only see like 2 other people, and
because people are gross.
People are gross, and I've known this for a long time. But at the same time, I'm gross in different ways, so that's fine. But it's been a connection, and especially to hang out with a friend such as you, because there are very few people I'm as close to as I am to you.
Aw.
Definitely. I'm going to lick your earlobe and go. Don't you love it when she rolls her R's and licks your earlobe?
I do. I try and talk about that at least 2 or 3 times a night. So now is the point in the show where
shameless
all the
self-indulgence.
guests have come and gone. All the performances have happened.
And we're drunk as shit.
Drunk as shit, and we just do a lot of talking to each other. I remember this one time we talked to each other. It's like it was yesterday.
Social distancing variety hour.
Join cults, kids.
Yeah, join lots of cults, satanic cults.
Yeah.
I'm Michael from the Cult of Michael.
I'm Adam from the Cult of Michael.
Oh, spreading already. Get yourselves together.
Yeah. We got songs, we got
hello,
t-shirts,
my friend. How
we got
are
everything. You? I'm doing pretty okay. How are you doing?
We're together. We're not just hanging out.
No, you're not just drinking wine. I'm not just drinking whiskey. You're not just sitting in front of your books to look smart.
Gotta get some use out of them. Like I was saying, like I feel like it's the most like like you got called in late to talk about some kind of tragedy, so you set up in front of your bookshelf in your office,
right?
To go on like MSNBC or some shit and be like, yeah, great senator, total asshole as a person. Let me tell you this story.
Let me tell you this story from the books behind me. From my
you can tell that I'm a learned man and I've traveled.
I'm well read, as you can see.
Now I put this all together today. This is a farce. I just found a bunch of trinkets. But wow, I love Dave Matthews.
And
holy shit. No, brother, that was super dope.
Oh, thanks.
I can't wait. I hope everyone shares this to tell all their friends that was super fantastic. It's also something to be said for Sean standing in the woods, his backyard, with all these birds singing, and you're
Sean looks like the Land's End catalog, and I'm in my basement in my pajamas, and that's everybody's quarantining in their own way.
Do you want to get this 5 GB external hard drive?
It was worth way more to me than it was worth to whoever stole it, and for a bunch of years I was like, you know what, fuck Buffalo. And I've finally softened on my fuck Buffalo stance. Like I've had a couple of like positive Buffalo experiences in the last couple of years, and like Buffalo you know, we're on the like Doobie Brothers and Jesus position right now. Like Buffalo is just all right with me.
I have a Nina Cherry joke that I want to say because you got a Buffalo
stance. I got opinions on Buffalo. I got a strongly held Buffalo stance.
Shit! I hope one other person laughed about that because I'll feel validated for the rest of my shutdown days.
If your Nana Cherry joke landed with one other person, it's like all of this was worthwhile that I got to.
That's pretty much all. And the new Fiona Apple.
Yes, the new Fiona Apple. I meant to text you like an hour ago to see if you would listen to it yet, but I'm glad I didn't. So
yeah, no, a bunch of times. I literally a handful of women from around the country messaged me within 24 hours of this album being released. We're like, "Oh, have you heard this? There's things that remind me of you."
This explains everything I think about you. Yeah, I listened to it. I listened to it like once and a half today, which is the first I've heard it. But yeah, everybody's been saying positive things about it all week, and I was like, I need to check this out. I need to check this out. And while making dinner, we finally did, and it sort of like it sort of like did that weird contrarian thing to me. Like when something that is like an almost universal positive thing really is as good as people say it is. And it's like, God damn it, y'all were right. Like it really is that good. I got no.
That hurts your inner hipster. I want something cool for myself.
Yeah. I want to think something popular sucks, and this doesn't suck.
It's annoying.
I honestly, I don't like wearing them. Like wearing a mask with glasses sucks, and like there is no way to make it not suck. There are ways that mostly don't work to try and make it suck less, but there's no solution that stops like my breath from going up into my eyes and I don't see. So you know, I'm not a fan of wearing them either, but I do it. Like if I'm sitting at home, like I don't have shoes on when I'm sitting at home, but I do it when I go out in public because nobody wants to, you know, nobody wants my nasty feet all over their shit, and I cover
to be honest, man, I would support that OnlyFans.
Yeah,
Adam squashes stuff with his feet.
We should get like all the alumni of the show to collaborate on the OnlyFans. It'll be Ashley. What was Ashley? No, it was sneezing, right?
Yeah.
So Ashley sneezing, my feet. You know, other alumni of the show, you know, jump in our DMs. Let us know what you're going to contribute to the Social Distancing Variety Hour OnlyFans.
We'll get a vote going.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. Hey, maybe if you're lucky, an F-15 will fly over. Won't that make you feel better? You fucking nothing. Here's a jet.
Warm your patriotic little cockles and.
Yeah. Oh man, I dyed my pubes red, white, and blue for all the hero nurses.
And they won't even get to see them.
No. Oh, unless you subscribe to the Social Distancing Variety Hour OnlyFans.
Get the premium Snapchat. Get patriotic with us.
Oh shit! So there's nothing I love more than America.
Now we're back up to like fucking freshman year college numbers.
Yeah.
Like I could smoke like 5 cigarettes on my way to work every day if I put my mind to it. And that's terrible, but it's just like bring it. So if I get it, my 7% lung capacity.
Viruses can't breathe cigarette smoke. So, you know, you're creating a cloud for your own protection, really.
More people should start smoking then. You heard it from me for the first time, because usually I'm super anti-smoking, but
kids,
pro smoker, all the kids start. You know what? Nothing makes me look cooler than when I have a Marlboro Red in my mouth, and with these long fingers and a cigarette dangling from it. Let me tell you, boy, Huey, does it just wow? Let's talk about dropping panties. Hey, look at the size of those fingers and look at that smoldering fucking nicotine between them. Look at that guy. That guy looks cool. Look at his yellow teeth and his cough. God damn.
I want to be just like him someday.
I want him to put a baby in me. I want a malformed fucking child.
I mean, it's cool for me to know like a lot of, you know, my brother Chris Dye. He's an excellent father.
Yeah.
Chris Eric, surprisingly, he's a great dad. You know, like I know
it's not like he's got anything else to do.
Right.
Love you, Chris.
All you got to do is keep the kids alive, and then you can go play your shitty jangly music. It's fine. Get back in the closet. Like alpacas, who knew?
Yeah.
Blue Rooster, Three Springs Alpaca Farm in Kennedy, New York, was one of the best times I've had in a very long time. It was absolutely.
I see that you now heart alpacas.
Oh, I do. I love alpacas.
Yeah.
And see the O, and I prefer the O as a heart in the word love rather than just like I heart something.
Alpacas.
Yeah, I love alpacas.
That's a hot take. Preferring the word love with the heart versus just the heart.
Well, yeah, like I am completely ready to take my Robespierre stance in the revolution and get the whole ball rolling and then be killed by the people that come after me telling me that I have been overcome with power and have become what I fought against myself. And I think that would be a really cool suicide.
Well, you know, if the world reaches a point where you've been overcome with power, then you know, some pretty cool shit would have probably happened in the interim, you know, between now and the point where it's like, oh, that Michael Bennett, he's got to go. He's gotten too big for his britches. He's got to go because, you know, too much truth to power is going to do you in.
And for the people that doesn't affect their backup, and I've seen it 3 times in the last week, I'll say, you need a mask to be in here.
Yeah.
Them to leave, and then, you know, their Breitbart brain starts clicking, and they turn around, and they're like, I have a medical condition. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. Step outside, and I'll take care of you. I'll bring your order to you. Yeah. And they're like, no, I want to be angry about this shit. And I'm like, well, take your fucking medical condition and go home.
Take your medical condition outside.
There's a fucking pandemic.
Because I don't want you breathing on me with your medical condition.
Yeah, I don't want to catch what you got.
Whatever.
Syphilitic asshole. Yeah.
Whatever made up
I don't
shit
want your
you
medical
got.
condition.
I don't want it.
Yeah. But to be out there voicing that correct opinion.
Right.
And then be disappeared.
Boop.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just like gone. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. But I'm glad that we are taking this show seriously enough that we're like, you know what's going on? Let's find out more about this. You know, let's get some professionals.
Maybe it's
to
one
talk
of those
about it.
crazy caper movies where they're now on like a treasure hunt for like $3 million in gold bullion that's in a bus station locker somewhere. And, you know, they've been, you know, abducted by, you know, eccentric casino owner John Cleese, and they're now on a big treasure hunt cross country with their families.
Oh, we didn't know what to get you for your 50th birthday, so we did that.
Or what's the
the game?
Yeah, I was going to say it's
Michael...
I was trying to think of the game. Yeah, maybe it's just a big version of the game.
It's fine. Go back to sleep, America.
Yeah.
Go back to sleep. You're fine.
One of those immersive alternate. It's just a big escape room.
It isn't, you know, it isn't worth it. You know,
your mom threw out your baseball cards, didn't she?
My crackhead brother sold them.
Oh, even better.
I mean, when he was like, he's still my crackhead brother, but when he was legitimately a crackhead, he went through anything of value of mine. Original Beatles albums with the you know, with the booklets and like the masks and stuff and Magical Mystery Tour and Sgt. Pepper, like that kind of shit, just gone. Hundreds of early 90s CDs that were like one-off, you know, like Newberry Comics in Boston, and I would grab crazy shit, and then living on the West Coast in LA and just find like really crazy shit and bring home, and like, but my baseball card collection that probably had like 50 1986 Greg Jeffries Future Star cards in it that are probably worth nothing. Like if you set a
like
fire with them,
at the
fire
time,
would
at the
value.
time, at some point in time, they were worth like $120 a piece, and then somebody realized there is absolutely no reason. Plus, they've got Greg Jeffries on them, so right. having Greg Jeffries on it was really important for like 4 months in 1991, and then
that was it.
Yeah.
Social distancing variety hour.
Social distancing variety hour. Join cults, kids.
Join cults.
Yeah.
I'm Michael. I'm in the cult of Adam.
I'm Adam. I'm in the cult of Michael.
Oh, man. We're in each other's cults.
Yeah.
You got Adam cult and my Michael cult.
You got Michael cult and my Adam cult. It's two great tastes that taste great together. And that thing will still not work. Like I made this like reversed, like there's the thing that goes into all the retrospectives, and I made it's backwards and everything. Like I put a ridiculous amount of time into making this backwards thing, and it will not play the backwards thing.
I showed up every week like 20 to 15 minutes to airtime.
Yeah.
And then proceeded to get drunk, try to look pretty, and try to ask pertinent questions. And that's about it.
I do that and also push buttons.
Yeah, he does that backwards and in heels.
Oh, by the way, this was week 3 of Listen to a Record with Michael and Adam in the intro to the show, and this week's record was
Destination Moon.
Destination Moon.
And Other Themes.
Music from the soundtrack of Destination Moon and Other Themes.
Performed by the whole Hollywood Cinema Orchestra.
Performed by the Hollywood Cinema Orchestra, which is a strange record that I got from Matt Texter.
Imagine that.
Friend of the show, Matt Texter.
I wonder how Texter's doing. I'm not on social media, and I'm still not. And if you continue to message me, like, I get these email notifications in the Fazed Cookies email.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this person sent you a message, but there's no context of the message. It's like, get on the messenger and find it. And I'm not. I don't.
Like, no.
No, I can't. I hate enough people already that I feel like if I was full-time on social media, I would hate even more people more.
I hate people more, but I just get rid of them instantly, so it doesn't last long. Like,
well, see, yeah, but my page is a professional. I mean, it's not like it's built around the show. It's built around the show. Well, I mean, Michael professional. It's like Bennett professional, which is not professional at all.
Right.
But it includes very little about me personally.
Right.
But at the same time, everything that I am. But wow, it's sick. But like I don't care. I don't have a show. I don't need to promote anything.
You have a show,
and
you just don't.
Right.
But you just don't work on this show.
I don't work for this show. This show is, this is my favorite show that I do right now.
Oh, this is my favorite show that I do right now.
Oh man, no, this is great. Maybe I'll give up the other one and just do this full time, with just as much work as I do now.
Or we could just like do this one on the radio if they just let us say fuck.
Oh fuck, they won't.
No
guests either. That's why it's gonna be like classic. I don't even want to talk about it. Don't care. Don't matter. You've done a phenomenal job on tonight's show. I want to make sure everyone that's still watching would fucking hear that.
Thanks.
You've done a good thing. Way back we used to be distracting and artistic, and the shows only used to last an hour.
No, it never lasted an hour. Like,
well,
the intention was, like, it says hour in the thing.
But that's a ruse.
But then the first time we had...
And you fell for it. Rube.
Gotcha.
22 week.
The first time when we had Yeshua sitting back there somewhere.
Should we love it? I almost made a really stupid joke.
That one lasted like an hour and 52 minutes, and we're like, oh, yeah, this hour thing, it's not gonna work.
We cannot be contained.
No, I think the shortest of them is like an hour and just over an hour and a half. So it's been anywhere between an hour and a half
and like 2:49 or 3.
Oh shit, no, there's the one with Andre. That one went like 3:45, I think.
Probably the last 67 minutes of it, I don't
recall. And we just like it.
God bless you.
Super cool conversation. Super cool performance. Super cool guy. One of my favorite people.
And then just
we just get progressively trashed as the show goes on, and
I'm embarrassed to even watch it.
I rewatched the first half of it for this show.
Yeah, that's not. I turned on. I went to the end of it when I got to that show, and I got
silly.
like 25 seconds in, and I was like, oh
nope.
man. I'm surprised my family even talks to me anymore.
I still talk to you, even if your family won't.
Well, you're more my family now than my crackhead brother.
So anyway, we used to we used to do this thing on the show back in the early days of the before times, where I'd make noise and Michael would make the noises with his mouth.
I still make noises with my mouth, ladies.
Heyo.
Lady.
So I'm not feeling ambitious enough to do that tonight, but we did get a good old one. So
plus, I don't want to make you sad with the words I have in my head.
Yeah, and I don't want to make you sound with the noises I have in my head. So listen to some old ones, and then we'll come back and we'll say goodnight to you, all proper like. Fazed Cookies.
It's this uncontained compass of humanity. No true north, because nothing magnetic. Any direction looks like the right one. I'm game. Think about those in servitude, gesticulate, whip themselves, harness, hurt. Is it the same now that everyone's distant? I made a tool once so you could measure your distance from God. Everything was just a variable. No one ever got close. And yet he persists. It's like adding cadence to a card game. somebody comes in second place, but they're still mad. I used to get mad. I used to get mad at the ragtime band. And I would get angry at the guy that wrote about how bluesy I got from a ragtime band. It's a certain southern subjugation. Fault of elders of distant learning. You're not sons of the soil. You just belong in the dirt. Sometimes cheeky is polite. Sometimes my glitchy brain just makes it feel all better.
Social distancing variety hour. The thing worked. The thing that I spent way too long working on.
So just before this happened, like Adam drifted to his end of the spectrum and was like, I figured it out. It's going to work at the end of this one because it hasn't worked for anything else, but it's going to work for this one because it's this without a playlist within a playlist.
Yeah, never put a playlist in another playlist.
You know, kids,
that's the message of the day.
If you want a better webcast show than this,
never put a playlist.
Never put a playlist in a playlist.
In a playlist, because the last thing in the playlist will never happen.
And I'm available if you need talent.
And I'm available if you need something besides talent.
Like hard work. if you need labor to exploit,
yeah, I'm available.
He's your man.
I can be bought.
If you want someone pretty to hang out with and drink, that can ask fun questions and then loses it about 2 hours and 5 minutes into every show.
We're 2 hours and 26 minutes into the show, Michael.
Yeah, but tonight's just a clip show, so I didn't have to hit it hard. You know, there was no covering of my camera tonight.
No. You good?
Good.
All right.
He's got time, Ming. Thank you to anyone that's still watching, and anyone that has watched in the past and then just fast forwarded to the end because they just want to see what we look like at the end of the show. Adam,
it's usually the same as the beginning, but drunker.
Seriously drunker.
No show next week, by the way.
Sorry about that. No show, but
we got shit to do.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Feel free to rewatch this one if you want.
This one was really good. This is one of our best ones because it's the best of all the rest of them.
Yeah.
And there's even more, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much. Like, do you know why Italy's shaped like a boot? Because you can't fit that much shit in a sneaker. So this show is basically like the sneaker of the best of social distancing variety. Because there's plenty for a boot.
Yeah.
We could have our own exploited.
Yeah, I was trying real hard not to make a boots worth a show out of this.
If I would have helped, this would have been a boot's worth.
Enjoy your sneaker. We'll
enjoy
see
your
you in
week
2
off.
weeks.
2
Enjoy your
weeks
week off.
with guests.
We'll see you in 2 weeks with
another
guests.
clip show.
We don't know who they'll
It'll
be.
be the best of this show.
It'll be 26 minutes of the best of the clip show.
That gives us 20 minutes to cuddle, which is a callback from
that
an
is a
earlier
callback.
episode.
We love you guys.
Show's great.
Go wash your hands.
Masturbate.